Hello, my name is Jonah Guelzo, Audio Tuts Plus and 80 Tuts Plus author. I'm pleased to present my review of the Zacuto Fast Draw and Z Finder Pro. Now, when it comes to filmmaking accessories, Zacuto is one of the most reputable companies out there, having served both professional and amateur filmmakers for over 10 years now. They certainly have come to know the needs and desires of the industry and cater to it quite properly. Zacuto offers a wide range of camera accessories, from camera rigs for large format cameras, as well as DSLRs to various optical solutions such as Z finders and EVFs, follow focuses, as well as all types of camera and equipment mounting solutions and add-ons. While overseas shooting all over Japan for a documentary film, I had the opportunity to give one of Zacuto's DSLR rigs and Z Finder products a run for their money and see how they really lent towards aiding a filmmaker in a run and gun situation. The key concern of mine that I had going into the project was that any gear had to be durable and rugged in build, yet portable and mobile for easily getting around on foot. When you're a mobile filmmaker, you can't afford the luxury of having large trucks and personnel to cart around heavy gear. You often have to be self-sufficient, being able to haul and have all essential gear on your person at all times. This was no different with Zacuto's products, and having put them to the test, Zacuto really gets a big nod from me on the design, usability, and mobility of their products. Now let's get into the why. When it comes to DSLR rigs, you have two options: straight rigs or offset rigs. The primary difference is that straight rigs are designed so the camera is mounted directly in line with the rig. That means your camera will be perpendicular with your right shoulder and will require that you either have at least a flip-out LCD monitor on your camera, which is not ideal, or more appropriately, an external monitoring option with swiveling arms for more E&G style shooting. However, add-ons can be expensive. Or maybe you just want to keep your gear to a minimum, like I often am needing when out in non-ideal shooting conditions. If you're not set up with an external monitoring option, then you'll want to choose the offset rig. Offset rigs literally offset the camera, so instead of being out directly in front of your right shoulder, the camera now can be centered directly in front of the camera operator, being able to easily and comfortably view the built-in camera LCD monitor directly, or in conjunction with an EVF attachment. One of the offset DSLR camera rigs I highly recommend is Zacuto's Fast Draw. This model is a shoulder-mounted handheld system that uses Zacuto's DSLR base plate and comes with all necessary rods and works on any DSLR camera with or without battery grips, as it is adjustable in height. It is also quick releasable, as all is needed to release the camera from the rig is the twisting of the red knob and pulling up on the camera. When in running gun situations, having quick release capabilities is such a lifesaver, as you have the option to shoot on the rig, or in moments, detach when wanting to get a shot that you otherwise could not with the rig. Or via the base plate, you can mount the rig directly to a tripod as well. Another great feature on the Zacuto Fast Draw is the counterweight. Most entry-level shoulder rigs don't have a counterbalance option, including some of Zacuto's great entry-level rigs, which utilize a gun stock option for support. Gun stock stabilizing options, as well as shoulder mounts, minus the counterbalance weight, are great options, but are most ideal for less complex and lighter camera setups. This is because the weight of the camera is not being evenly distributed amongst your body, and instead, all the weight and pressure is concentrated to your forearms and hands. However, with a counterweight in place, the pressure on the operator's forearms is alleviated. The counterweight, in conjunction with more complex camera setups, also helps to increase the stabilizing function of the rig. Jerky body movements are very apparently visible when shooting completely handheld, and even to a small degree with lighter camera setups on a shoulder or gun stock rig with no counterweight option. When you are running with more complex camera setups, you can further modify the Fast Draw by adding some additional rails to the base plate when wanting to rig out the camera with a follow focus and matte box. However, when you are indeed shooting with a very light camera setup and need to lose any extra camera frills when mobility is priority, Simply just remove the Fast Draw's counterbalance weight and quickly readjust the rails, which give you an even more compact and light shooting camera support system. And due to the overall compact size of the Fast Draw, it's easy to break down and haul using even the smallest of backpacks. Now, while shooting in Japan, I found it more helpful to do away with the counterweight for most shooting applications, as I define myself needing to capture shots on the go in crowded subway trains, cramped buildings, and the like. And then when I had the luxury of building my camera setup a bit more with additional add-ons, I simply remodded the rig and put in place the weight to again even out the more noticeably front-heavy setup. Now, the counterweight is 7 pounds, so again, the weight will be most useful when adding on lots of additional rigging and accessories to the camera. As a production professional, I would always recommend picking up a shoulder rig that is fully customizable and adjustable. That's another one of the beauties of Zacuto's products. The rigs and products are so interchangeable and moddable, so you can start with an already set up rig and then customize, adjust, and add on as you see fit to better suit your specific needs. And as your needs change, you can simply purchase additional components to build out your rig to handle more complex shooting setups. Another great feature to the Fast Draw is the single hand grip with the Z-mount swivel, which allows you to change the vertical angle of the hand grip with a simple tightening and loosening control. With a simple tightening and loosening control, you can better adjust the rig ergonomically to ensure a comfortable grip and hold. Larger shoulder rigs incorporate 2 grips for even more stability, but these setups are best used with far heavier large format cameras, which require additional support and control from a dedicated camera operator in conjunction with an additional crew member specifically handling the focus pulling. Now, with run and gun situations, we only need one hand grip, as the free hand needs to be dedicated for direct focus pulling and zooming. But our camera setup is shoulder mounted, stabilized with one arm, and additionally supported and stabilized with our other hand on our zoom and focus controls. We're then able to sustain stable and smooth looking shots. When it comes to camera stabilization systems, the more points of contact, the better. The more points of contact result in smoother, more consistent looking shots. When simply shooting with the DSLR camera as is, you are limited to 2 points of contact, the one hand holding the grip of the camera, with the other hand supporting from underneath or by maintaining the focus and zoom. When you throw in a shoulder rig, you increase the points of contact to 3 by adding your shoulder as the third contact, and further decoupling the camera from your body's direct impression on visually jerky, jittery looking pans and movements. The shoulder pad is of very high quality and proved to be comfortable on the shoulder after hours of shooting. As we move on to address EVF or electronic viewfinder options, such as Zacuto Z-Finder products, we not only increase the efficiency and preciseness of our focusing abilities, but our ability to increase visibility in very sunny shooting conditions, as well as further adding an additional point of contact and camera stability via our eye against the EVF, thus adding a 4th point of contact. With that being said, let's take a little time to discuss and showcase the EVF that Zacuto offers in their product line. An EVF's primary function is to magnify the LCD screen on your DSLR camera to completely fill your viewing space for more critical focusing adjustments, as well as incorporating a rubber eye cup, which helps to block out all the external light from affecting your view when monitoring your shots. Instead of the sun glaring, impeding your view of the LCD monitor, as well as being unsure if your subject matter is in proper focus or soft due to having to focus via a small screen, you can then add on an EVF option like the Zacuto Z-Finder and eliminate a lot of the inherent problems a DSLR brings to the table. Now, there are a good amount of EVF options on the market today, but having spent time with the Zacuto Z-Finder, there's really no better option out there. The new Z-Finder Pro models are of outstanding quality and build. Unlike so many of the DSLR accessory options out there that just feel amateur, just feel cheap, the Z-Finder feels sturdy, solid, rugged. I wasn't worried that it would get cracked or get crushed in my kit bag while on the go in Japan. Another great update to the current Z Finder model is how you attach it to your DSLR. In previous models, and like other products out there on the market today, you actually attach a frame connecting point via adhesive to the LCD monitor of your camera. I never really understood why this would be a good option. However, with the new Pro models, the Z Finder comes standard with an included Gorilla plate with quick release capabilities. And instead of attaching a connecting frame directly to the LCD via adhesive, you simply slide the solid frame onto the Gorilla plate and tighten with thumb screws. The back of the frame has a nice soft foam liner, so there's no worry of the metal scratching your screen. Now, once the Gorilla plate is secured with the mounting frame, simply take off the rear dust protector from the Finder and clip it onto the frame. I also really like the included lanyard attached to the Z Finder. That way I don't have to worry about it falling on the ground if it got knocked off, and can simply detach and keep it on my person at all times so I have it when I need it. If you don't want to carry the Z Finder on the lanyard, then you can pick up some Z bands which wrap around the camera and pop into these sockets to doubly hold the Z Finder secure to your camera. Now, unlike with cheaper EVF products, the Z Finder Pro modules have an adjustable diopter which allows the user to dial the focus to match their eye. The Z Finder Pro also comes with additional extender frames to further adjust to match a user's eye. The diopter and extender frames are extremely helpful when you're someone who has poor vision. Additionally, included are some expendable anti-fog protecting covers which help to protect the lens and help combat any fog buildup. The Z Finder Pro models come in two types of magnification, such being 2.5 times magnification and 3 times magnification. I personally really like the 2.5 times magnification option as I feel it's more comfortable for all-day viewing. The Z Finder is a great addition to any camera, whether used on a rig or not. Even used without a rig, I find it helps to aid in capturing more stable and consistent shots, as it still serves as an additional contact point for stability. Both the Zacuto Fast Draw shoulder rig and Z Finder are extremely useful products which dramatically aid the filmmaker in a wide variety of shooting situations. The build quality, adjustability, and extreme mod and interchangeability of their products allow their products to constantly evolve to suit their customers' needs best. For more information on Zacuto's products, visit their website at www.zakuto.com. I'm Jonah Guelzo for Audio Tuts Plus and AE Tuts Plus. Thanks for watching.